Bryant is a filmmaking and photography teacher, coach, mentor, and motivational speaker. He has been teaching for 8 years. His speech is entitled, "See You on the Mountaintop." Give a warm Pathfinder's round of applause to Mr. Bryant.
Fremont! Hey, Mr. Avalos called me today in my classroom and told me I only have 2 minutes or I'm gonna tase your fat butt. So, hey, you guys in the front row, if he starts wiggling around, do me a favor, start clapping so I can run. Very quickly, there was a farmer who had a farm and he raised chickens for eggs, chickens to sell to like KFC and Pollo Loco, and that's how he made his money. On the farm, there was a big giant tree, and in that tree was an eagle's nest that had eagle eggs in it. A storm came through and shook the tree really hard and knocked a couple of the eagle eggs out of the tree. The eggs landed in a soft patch of grass. One of the chickens came over and sat on top of those eggs because her motherly instincts automatically took her to do that. The farmer saw the eggs, picked them up, put them in the coop. The eggs hatched. The 2 chicks came out in the yard and walked around the yard with the other chickens. They didn't look like the other chickens. They were ugly. They were gray and they had little tiny heads and they had crazy looking toes. So one day, the chickens, 2 little chicks were walking around in the yard with all the other chickens, and a big eagle flew by and saw these 2 little eagle chicks with the chickens. And he was like, "What's going on here?" He landed on the fence and told the 2 little chickens, like, "What are you doing down here?" And they looked up at him and said, "We're chickens." And he said, "No." And he pushed his wings out really big, like 8-foot wingspan, boom. He said, "You're an eagle like me." So the 2 little chickens were like, "Whoa!" When they saw their wingspan, right? They were just amazed. He said, "I'm gonna come back to this fence every day, and there's a bell on this fence. I'm gonna hit the bell. You come out here, I'm gonna teach you how to be an eagle." So every day he came and he taught those 2 little chicks how to push their little wings out and flap them and try to be an eagle. And they flew up on a rock and they flew on a little a box, and then he taught them how to grab baseballs and softballs with their toes and pick them up and fly in the air. And he told them, "Meet me on the fence. I'm gonna fly and take you to the mountaintop where all the eagles hang out." So every day they listened for the bell, they came and got their lesson on eagle training. One day their wings got big enough and they sat on the fence all day until that eagle came. And that eagle came and took them away. They flapped their little wings and they flew away and left all the chickens. So what does that have to do with us? I've been sitting on the fence waiting for this day, baby. I've been sitting waiting for you. So look next to the guy next to you and say, "Are you a chicken? Are you an eagle?" Because look, I'm gonna be waiting on the mountaintop for you. Congratulations, Fremont Pathfinder, class of 2015!